mi mo dúpẹ́ o. Mo dúpẹ́. Àtó farati bí òkè mo dúpẹ́ o. Mo dúpẹ́. Òyígíyígí mo dúpẹ́ o. Mo dúpẹ́. Àkìkìtàn Elédùmarè mo dúpẹ́ o. Mo dúpẹ́. Ẹlẹ́dàá mi mo dúpẹ́ o. Mo dúpẹ́. Ẹ̀mí mímọ́ Ọlọ́run mo dúpẹ́ o. Mo dúpẹ́. Ọlọ́run ọ̀run mo dúpẹ́ o. Mo dúpẹ́. Ẹlẹ́dàá mi mo dúpẹ́ o. Mo dúpẹ́. Àràbà ríbitì mo dúpẹ́ o. Mo dúpẹ́. Àríbí rábátà mo dúpẹ́ o. Good morning. This is Olojo Festival 2017. Canada participate. My name is Buki Ojo. I'm from Toronto, Canada. In here to show you the Olojo Festival 2017, how it's done, compare it to how we do our own Western festival. Live in Ile-Ife, participating with everyone in the community, celebrating the day the world, I believe, was created. If you don't believe me, wait and join me and see from my own eyes how I participate in the festival so that you can understand what Olojo Festival means to you as a person. Àràbà ríbitì mo dúpẹ́ o. Mo dúpẹ́. Àríbí rábátà mo dúpẹ́ o. Mo dúpẹ́. Alágbádá iná mo dúpẹ́ o. Mo dúpẹ́. Oh God Creator, I'm so thankful. Mo dúpẹ́. King of Kings, I'm so thankful. Mo dúpẹ́. And on Friday, the 29th of September 2017, that is a day that has been set aside for what is called the community cleansing. This is a day that the chief priest of the Ogun deity, called the Oshogun, goes to a place called Okemogun with a lot of people to offer a dog to the Ogun deity for the community cleansing. Later that day, the Ooni of Ife, Oba Enitan, Adeyeye Ogunwusi, Ojaja II, came out from his seclusion to a select few and had a message for the world from the deities. Ọlọ́run ló ti máa yẹ omi alábàáláṣẹ, Ọlọ́run máa mú àṣẹ nínú sí ilé àṣẹ. Ìgbà Ọlọ́run ló ti máa ní gbogbo bí tẹ́ fojú sí láyé ọ̀nà àgbàgbé fún ẹni ṣíṣe, ẹni ṣíjẹ, ẹni ṣìwí, ẹni ṣìfọ̀, ẹni ṣìdẹ̀dẹ̀, ẹni tẹ̀lẹ̀ ní gbogbo náà. Kí wọ́n wá fọdún ọlọ́jọ́ yìí torí ọdún àgbáláyé pátápátá ni. Ẹgbẹ́ ìwò nígbà wá sẹ́ a ò pọ̀ tó yìí ṣùgbọ́n ojúkọ tí gbogbo wa ti sẹ́ lọ náà ní kò sí ìgbà tí wọ́n ju ọ̀bẹ sókè tí ò fi gbé pẹlẹbẹ lélẹ̀ orírun gbogbo wa àtòyìnbó àti adúláwọ̀ orírun gbogbo wa ní agbára Ọlọ́run ló máa ń bí ẹ̀dẹ̀ ṣe wá fún ọdún ọlọ́jọ́ yìí ìrírí ló máa bá gbogbo yìí ẹ̀ padà sílé pẹ̀lú àwọn àtàràfẹ́ ilé ọkọ̀ ojúmọ́ yìí wọn. At the beginning, I told you that I would like you to go with me to see the Olojo Festival 2017 from my eyes, how it's viewed by the Yoruba people, by the children people of Ile-Ife, and you as your representative from the diaspora. So here it is. I'm going to start with the Ari crown that everybody knows that the king wears and you have a possession with. So let me tell you why it's so important. As far as I'm concerned, I've been told that that same Ari crown that the king wears is a crown that our forefathers, the Oduduwa, also wore. Why is it very important? That particular crown that our king is able to wear
is the same crown that descended from heaven. It's a beautiful thing that we still have that even till now. I couldn't tell you how long that crown has been. All I can say to you is that arrow crown, when the king wears it and he goes into that procession to the Okemogun, a lot of people are saying prayers. A lot of people believe that when that crown is now in the presence of every eyes to see it, that is the most important part of Olojo Festival. That is the day that you want to say your prayers in earnestness and in fullness. In other words, I said my prayers and I'm waiting to have it answered. That is the arrow crown. And I was blessed and privileged to be part of that. As you can see the procession, this is when every single deity in their representatives comes before the king to pay homage to the king. So the Oshun came, the Shango came, as many as you can see as this video is showing it to you. And what the beauty of it is that every single one of them had one thing or another that made them unique. Shango, as you can tell, the god of fire, he was eating fire right before my eyes. It was a beautiful sight to see. Another one I would like to spotlight was the ones that had the water in the basket. They kept pouring water in an open basket and the water just didn't fall out. And I asked them, here is what they had to say.
Basket. As you can see, this is a basket and there's water inside and the water is not draining. In the scientific terms, this is impossible. But this is what our Ishashe is. This is something in the Yoruba culture that they have found a way to do this, where they can pour water in a basket and the water will not go down.
Part of the procession was also this deity called Ejiope. So I'll translate it quickly. That is twins. And they have become a deity. But then, what interests me the most is the fact that there was a point in our history as people of black race that there was a time that we did not understand what it meant to have two children come from the same womb. And now they have become a deity. All thanks to a lady called Mary Slessor. Here is what they had to say.
The twins of the world. Àjọ ọmọ bíbí ìlú Inisha ní agbègbè ibi kan tó ń pè ní Old Road, South Local Government Area of Osun State. 50s náà ti bí wa. Inú ẹ̀sìn àti ìṣẹ̀ṣe tó jẹ́ ti Yorùbá ni wọ́n bí wa sí. Ó kú èkejì mi.
Orúkọ tèmi ni Táíwò Ọlábọ̀dé ọmọọba láti ìlú Inisha, Old Road Local Government. Àwa ni olóòṣà ìbejì ní ilẹ̀ Yorùbá. Níbi tá wà lónìí tí dá wà nífẹ̀ẹ́ lénìí ní orírun àwa Yorùbá àwa sí ọdún ọlọ́jọ́.
Ẹ bá péjọ gbé o.
Kí wá lórúkọ òrìṣà yín? Mo fẹ́ kẹ́ sọ kí gbogbo aráyé gbọ́. Kí lórúkọ tó ń pè òrìṣà yín kẹ́ wá kí gbogbo ayé gbọ́?
Orúkọ tó ń pè òrìṣà tí àwa ni òrìṣà ìbejì.
Òrìṣà ìbejì.
Ẹ bá mi pè òrìṣà ìbejì o. Òrìṣà ìbejì. Àwa ni ọba ọmọ èjìlá orílàkí wíníwíní lójú orogún èjìwọ̀rọ̀ lójú ìyá ẹ̀. Àwa ni òbẹ́kìsì bẹ́kẹ́sẹ́ àfi ẹsẹ̀ méjèèjì bẹ́kẹ́sẹ́ sí ilẹ̀ alákìsà. Ó sọ alákìsà àti onígbà sọ fún mi kí n bẹ̀rẹ̀ lé tìbí kí n para lẹ́yìn ẹ̀ èyí ara àsokùn. Àwa ni òbẹ́kìsì bẹ́kẹ́sẹ́ tó bẹ́sẹ̀ alákìsà tó sọ alákìsà. Àwọn sẹ́wọ̀n èjì gbélé ọmọ mi o. Èjì gbélé ọmọ mi èyí tí ń gbé yá tí ń gbé bàbá rẹ̀ o èjì gbélé ọmọ.
Shango is the deity known for fire. And for you to understand it, you see Shango can command fire, command thunder, and even when he went to the US, he commanded thunder and then he got the title Shango of the world. In other words, when he commanded fire to come, they had to call 911. Isn't that interesting? That is part of your culture. That is part of your heritage. When you have deities that dates back to thousands of years ago, that still we can touch and feel and see, that I consider very important in our history. And here is what he has to say when I had a time to interview.
Ẹ jẹ́ bá mi sọ fún gbogbo àwọn ará ti Canada tó wà ní diaspora orúkọ yín sà.
Orúkọ mi ni Ọba Adeyeye tí gbogbo wa mọ̀ sí Ṣàngó of Africa, Ṣàngó àgbáyé.
Ṣàngó of Africa, Ṣàngó àgbáyé. Ẹ jọ̀ọ́ ẹ sọ a little more about nǹkan tẹ́ mean by Ṣàngó of Africa, Ṣàngó àgbáyé.
Ìgbà tí wọ́n pè mí mo ní ọdún bíi mẹ́wàá sẹ́yìn mo lọ sí orílẹ̀-èdè Kenya ní Nairobi mo lọ sí World Cultural Competition mo lọ ṣe aṣojú Nàìjíríà nígbà náà lọ́hùn èmi ní ẹni tó ṣe kò kínní bàbá wa ambassador Ṣẹ́gun Olúṣọlá kí Olódùmarè kó fi ọ̀run kẹ́ wọn bàbá yìí àwọn ni wọ́n wá sọ pé Ṣàngó kì í ṣe Ṣàngó Nàìjíríà mọ́ o ó ti di Ṣàngó of Africa.
Ṣàngó kì í ṣe Ṣàngó Nàìjíríà mọ́ o ó ti di Ṣàngó of Africa. Next one ta láti wá gbà nísìn ni pé Ṣàngó of.
tí a wá dé orílẹ̀-èdè London tí a wá ṣe tí wọ́n tún ní kí n fi ara hàn wọ́n láti jẹ́ ká mọ̀ pé àwa Yorùbá láti orílẹ̀-èdè Nàìjíríà àwa la ní àṣà tí gbogbo àwọn èèyàn ń ṣe lágbàáyé. So eré tí mo wá ṣe fún wọn lọ́rùn níjọ́ ọjọ́ náà lọ́rùn ọjọ́ náà ni mo pe àrá gbogbo London dàrú gbogbo London sán ibẹ̀ náà ti wá sọ pé Ṣàngó kì í tún wá sí Ṣàngó Áfíríkà máa ó ti di Ṣàngó àgbáyé ní orúkọ bàbá wa Ọ̀ọ́nìrìnsà Adéyẹyè.
Ṣàngó of Africa wá tún wá ṣó wa ní àwọn àrà ńgbà tó wà ní England ó wá change from Ṣàngó of Africa ó di Ṣàngó of the world.
Practice to pray for your king. While we were on the street of Ile-Ife, we asked people to pray for their king. A lot of it was based on gratitude, seeing that a young king was doing so much. And here are their prayers. A lot of them prayed for their king to have long life. A lot prayed for him to continue to do what he could do. So I am asking you to pray for your king. Because after all, the king is also a human being who needs your prayers. Pray that he has a long life. Pray that he will continue to be a king. Pray also that he will be able to achieve all his heart desires for you as a people of the Yoruba race and for Ile-Ife as a place. To introduce our king, the Ooni of Ife, Enitan, Adeyeye, Ojaja II, the king who rules the Yoruba people, our custodian of our tradition and our culture. Kabiyesi. You know, he is widely known as a king that is young. He's also known as a king who wants to bring all the Yoruba people together. He's also known as the king that is doing things that everyone is so proud of. Food for thought. If our king, Ooni Orisha, Ojaja II, the king and the custodian of our tradition and culture as Yoruba people, can have this kind of glory that I've been privileged to see, with a lot of people falling on one side, on the other side, greeting him and in awe of him, can we start to phantom the glory of God Almighty, the one we call Olodumare, the one who takes the dobale of a king. So if you don't know what the dobale is prostration. The only person our Ooni Orisha would prostrate for is the King of Kings, the Lord of Lords, the I am that I am, the one who created the heaven and the earth, the one we are celebrating today, the Olojo. We also wanted to know why Olojo Festival was unique. After all, everyone is talking about Olojo Festival. I get it. The king told me that is a day that we take aside to say a huge thank you to God for creating the day we all now are in. And that is what he said.
Well, Olojo means the day that God created, the very first day. Ojo ti ojo di ojo.
Amen.
That's the meaning. And it is only in the land of expansion that is being celebrated. And the meaning of Ife is land of expansion. Ile tó ń fẹ̀, Ile-Ife. Ile tó ń fẹ̀ tó tẹ́jú káàkiri gbogbo àgbáláyé. That's where the dawn, the beginning of everything started from. sun rises from Ile-Ife all the way to the eastern part of the world. So sun rises to the eastern part of the world and sun sets to the western part of the world. But the zero epicenter point where God's creation started from, both the world of the divinity and the world of humanity. There is a link between the two. It's a very, very strong link because that's what people mix. They can't separate the two together. It has to be separated. The world of the divinity. And what's the world of the divinity? The esoteric world. And simple language, the pre-Genesis world. When the land of the spirit, the land of the survivors, is called Ile-Ife, the land of expansion.
And then we wanted to know, for us to be part of this dream, tell us, the king, what your visions are for Olojo Festival.
Well, we're improving. At some point it will be a world festival. That I can assure you. The entire black race.
The next in line in the King's Men is the people you also see, they wear white, but what you see them do most often is they have this bell, this drumming bell, and you hear them and you dance and you see them dancing and they're singing and they have a pattern of the dance and they go forward and they go back. Actually, they are a deity on his own. So what they are holding is a deity on his own that does two things for the king. He announces the presence of the king wherever the king goes, and then he leads the path. So for whatever thing that could be in front of the king, that deity clears the way for the king. They are a very important part of the Olojo Festival because as the king goes into seclusion, they start their own sacrifices and they do a lot of announcement going from one home to the next, announcing what is going to happen, the dates, the people that are going to be worshipped and everything. So they hold a very important part of our culture, of our heritage, and to the king. Here is some of the things they had to say.
Orúkọ àpapọ̀ gbogbo wa ni Olóṣìrígì Ọọ̀ni. Èmi gẹ́gẹ́ bí olórí mo dúró bí Oréyẹsìn Ọọ̀ni torí ẹni tó bá ti jẹ́ olórí Olóṣìrígì orúkọ oyè rẹ̀ ni Oréyẹsìn Ọọ̀ni. Ìlú tí a gbé dání jẹ́ ìlú Ọọ̀ni. Òní Ọọ̀ni máa ń jó. Gẹ́gẹ́ bí a ṣe ń ṣe ọdún àrè lẹ́ẹ̀kan lọ́dún. Ìlú yìí ẹ̀kan náà la máa ń bọ́ lọ́dún tẹ́ bá yí arago ìwò ẹ máa rí àṣà lára rẹ̀. Gbogbo ẹ̀ pátá ló ní títí dé ojú ìlú yẹn.
Ṣé mo lè fọwọ́ kàn?
Ẹ máa rí àṣà lára rẹ̀. Àṣà yìí ni ó wà ní ara àwọn lókolóko. Tí àwọn lókolóko bá ń lọ sí Òkè Mògún, àṣà yìí lẹ máa rí ní ara wọn láti lè mú Ọọ̀ni rìn dé Òkè Mògún. Òun náà ló fún àwa náà ní agbára láti lè mú Ọọ̀ni rìn dé Òkè Mògún. Ìlú la fi máa ń jí Ọọ̀ni. Ọọ̀ni ló rọ́, Ọọ̀ni ló ní, Ọọ̀ni la sì fi ń pè nítorí pé kò sí bá bá gbé igba ìlú kalẹ̀ agogo ló ń borí. Kò síbi tí Ọọ̀ni bá dé Ọọ̀ni lolórí. Ìlú rẹ̀ náà sì gbọ́dọ̀ jẹ́ olórí.
He has several kingsmen and we want to recognize them. The first one online is the ones we call the emissary. The ones you see that holds the staff, they wear white alongside with him. They call him when he greets you, they say, Obankyo. I'm sure you've heard that many times. They are the ones who are, we can call them the personal guards. I had the pleasure to speak to some of them.
Orúkọ tèmi ni Joshua Omiloye ọmọ Odúnmọ́ráyọ̀ tó ń pè ní Ọ̀pá.
Orúkọ tèmi ni Salami Dowu tí mo jẹ́ akọ̀wé ìbílẹ̀ traditional secretary Ooni of Ife.
Orúkọ tèmi ni Ṣẹ́gun Aráyẹlá Atófẹ́rù tí mo jẹ́ ìkan nínú ẹmẹsẹ̀ kábíyèsí Ọọ̀ni.
Àwa ni tá a súnmọ́ ọba gbọ̀ngbọ̀ngbọ̀n tàdàbí pátárẹ̀ ìsígílẹ̀tì rẹ̀ tó ń wọ̀ tẹ́lẹ̀ tó yá ìwà tẹ́lẹ̀ aṣọ́bùrà rẹ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀mẹsẹ̀ yìí jẹ́rìí ni.
Bẹ́ẹ̀mẹsẹ̀ ṣe jẹ́ nìyẹn. Ṣé mo lè wá sọ pé ẹ jẹ́ ọmọ Ọ̀rúnmìlà? Ṣé mo lè sọ bẹ́ẹ̀ àbí mi ò lè sọ?
Irọ́ ẹ lè sọ yẹn.
Okay.
Ṣé rí ẹmẹsẹ̀ lágbára púpọ̀. Ẹmẹsẹ̀ ló ní ààfin Ọọ̀ni Ilé-Ifẹ̀. Tí kò bá sí nǹkan kan mọ́ ní ààfin Ọọ̀ni Ilé-Ifẹ̀, ẹmẹsẹ̀ ló máa kù. Ẹmẹsẹ̀ gẹ́gẹ́ bí olóyè Ọdúnmọ́ráyọ̀ ṣe sọ́nsìn, ẹmẹsẹ̀ ló jẹ́ ẹni tí ó ń bọ́ bá jíròrò. Ẹmẹsẹ̀ ló mọ ìgbà tí Ọọ̀ni máa sùn. Ẹmẹsẹ̀ ló mọ ìgbà tí Ọọ̀ni máa jí. Kò sí ibikíbi tí Ọọ̀ni lè lọ tí ẹmẹsẹ̀ ò ní bá lọ. Kò sí nǹkan kí nǹkan tí Ọọ̀ni fẹ́ ṣe, ẹmẹsẹ̀ ló kọ́kọ́ gbọ́dọ̀ mọ̀ pé nǹkan báyìí lọ́ọ̀ni fẹ́.
We were opportune to have the presence of top dignitaries from and around the country as far as Olojo Festival 2017 is concerned. Amongst them was our own Senator Iola Ajani Omishore, a former Deputy Governor of Osun State, a Nigerian business tycoon and politician who has a remarkable contribution to the growth in the engineering industry and have created a lot of job opportunities for the youth.
Well, it's wonderful. It's a change to Olojo Festival. It's a growth of innovation, lot of participation, and cultural ambassadorial.
Cabinet leaders, we in Canada were very happy to be here. We're seeing things for the first time that we've never seen before, and I'm amazed. I'm very glad to be a Yoruba girl.
Other Ooni's kingsmen to mention is the Asiwaju of Ile-Ife, Chief Oyekunle Alex Duduyemi. He is a foremost philanthropist. He has walked where eagles fear to tread and touched many lives as possible.
Asiwaju Chief Alex Duduyemi, the Asiwaju of the Source, Ile-Ife.
We would like to also show you a list of all the chiefs of the Ooni, both the right and the left. Here. Also, Dr. Frederick Fashion, the founder of Odua People's Congress, OPC, was also part of Olojo Festival 2017. He has set a landmark in the security measures and have reduced security insurgents to a minimal in the southwest Nigeria. We would like to recognize the official sponsors for Olojo Festival 2017. Amongst them is Bet Naija, is the official sponsor of Olojo Festival 2017. They are a sport betting company. So guess what? Don't just watch the game. Place a bet and be rewarded for your passion. Amongst them is Goldberg. Goldberg is a Nigerian brand beer. And guess what? When you need relaxation or you're amongst friends, go for Goldberg. And while you're doing that, watch me on stage with the brand ambassadors of Goldberg 2017, rocking it, dancing it. I really enjoyed myself. Watch it.
Olojo 2017!
Android Homes is also one of the official sponsors of Olojo Festival 2017. They are a real estate and property development company. So start up a home plan today with Android Homes because you are the architect of your own fortune. Siman Shinap was also on ground as one of the official sponsors of Olojo Festival 2017. They were there to organize the Ayolokon and the cultural dances which I participated in, and I had a front view role to see it. Olojo Festival wouldn't and could not have been a cultural and a true heritage event without our #1 prayer drink. So let's keep the blessings flowing with Siman Shinap. Here is an opportunity for you to do the same thing that the people on the streets of Ile-Ife did during the Olojo Festival 2017. They prayed for their king. Send your own prayers and well wishes to the King Ojaja II, and I will get it to him. Here is a list of how to get to us on the screen right now, but then we are called Boxed Promotions. Find us online.
Mo dúpẹ́ o, òyìgì mo dúpẹ́ o, àkìkìtàn Elédùmarè mo dúpẹ́ o, Ẹlẹ́dàá mi mo dúpẹ́ o, ẹ̀mí mímọ́ Ọlọ́run mo dúpẹ́ o, Ọlọ́run ọ̀run mo dúpẹ́ o, Ẹlẹ́dàá mi mo dúpẹ́ o, àràbà ríbitì mo dúpẹ́ o, àríbí rábátá mo dúpẹ́ o, alágbádá iná mo dúpẹ́ o, kìnìún ẹ̀yà Júdà mo dúpẹ́ o, àràbà ríbitì mo dúpẹ́ o, àríbí rábátá mo dúpẹ́ o, alágbádá iná mo dúpẹ́ o. Ṣètò dúníyà múngòdè o, mègídà bùkì múngòdè o, mègídà ẹ ṣé ọ̀kàkà ọba àwọn ọba mo dúpẹ́ o. Kábíyèsí Ọlọ́run ìmọ̀lẹ̀ òkìkí ìmọ̀lẹ̀ ọba tí ń gbé níbi mímọ́ àwí máa yẹ̀wùn ọba tí ń gbàjọ̀bálẹ̀ ọba ládé àlàáfíà ọba sọ̀rọ̀ máa yẹ̀ ọba tó fẹ̀yìntì arúgbó ọjọ́ àdàgbà má pààrọ̀ oyè ọba tó wà táyé tó wà ọba tí ìgbẹ́ ẹlẹ́ṣẹ̀ kì í sún Ọlọ́run ọ̀run kábíyèsí rẹ̀ ìbà kábíyèsí rẹ̀ ìbà kábíyèsí rẹ̀ ìbà.